Okay, what's up, everyone? So I'm here with a good friend of mine and trading mate, Connor. Connor, if you just want to introduce yourself, where you're from, and how long you've been trading.
Yeah, I'm Connor. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I've been trading for now. I'm getting close to 4 years now. Come November, it'll be 4 years of trading. But I started in the Black Shirt Club in February of this year,
Yep.
and we were linked as
Yep.
mentees.
Yes.
And so we've been working together now for, close to 6 months. What is it?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. And
Yeah.
we talk every day. And, I think, you've become a huge part of the way I see the market and a huge part of me, taking pieces out of the market, consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So obviously, for those that don't know, the Black Shirt Club is kind of like our private mentorship that we do. We work one-on-one with traders. Normally, I work with about 4 to 5 traders at a time, which is still it's very very small. How have you found the Black Shirt Club in terms of like the time that you came in? What has been something
Oh
that you've
man.
seen positive from?
From the moment I got in, you guys were like very hands-on. You know, uh, like I said, we talk every day, whether that's messaging or whatever. And it was apparent to me from as soon as I got in, you were having a kid, and you were still, you know, reaching out, finding coaching moments, finding these opportunities, and not to say, there weren't a lot of growing pains in there, because there were, but you know, between you and Austin and Evan, you guys were available at any time, and would check in if you weren't, being active and stuff like that, you know? Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
because
I mean,
I think the biggest.
go
Go
ahead. So
ahead.
the initial thing for me was that you guys were extremely hands-on very early, and wanting to get you to a place, to become a better trader. It
Yeah,
was apparent.
and I think I know obviously you came in and the guys that do the best in the Black Shirt Club. So this is kind of 4 years ago, 3 years ago, also now I set up the Black Shirt Club because trading can be very lonely. If you're doing it by yourself the whole time, particularly you on the West Coast, it can be quite up early. Markets open at 6:30 a.m. your time, and I think the reason why we kind of created the Black Shirt Club was to create a bunch of traders, 15 to 20 traders that are, locked in, wanting to make money trading, and everyone has different goals and everything like that. So when you came into the Black Shirt Club and you spoke about the growing pains, which we're going to get to in a second, but I think like you started off with, you'll see the stats of Connor right now, but I think he's turned into this trader that's, you're starting to string winning days together. But I think the thing I liked about your trading mindset was that you had a long-term approach. You didn't come in and say, listen, I want to make 10 grand a day and I need to do it next month or tomorrow, So
Right.
I think that's the best traders that I've worked with personally that go on to, make north of 150, 200 grand a year and continue to scale up their trading. They have a longer term approach. They know, like any career, it's not going to happen in 5 years, sometimes it takes even longer than that. But I think you're a true testament to, if you just, allow me to give you my coaching and also give him his coaching, and Ev and everyone because everyone in the Black Shirt Club, there's some really good traders in there, guys, the likes of like Mark Ross, etc., that actually have proven that they can take payouts out. You're getting such a great value. Obviously, I might be a bit biased, but you're hearing it from Connor as well. So let's get into. I want to show, if you can just pull up. So here was Connor, just recently took a payout, and this is speak to them about the payouts that you kind of how you came in. You've been trading the same account since you started. Speak to them a little bit about that.
Yeah. So as far as these accounts I've had since April. And I've been kind of trading those in the mindset of, we've changed my grip and not necessarily my swing, is how I would say it. And, keeping these accounts, and, you got to raise them by about 5% to take a payout, over that, and then just going for the base hits, you know, and then adding up green days in there. And you said something to me recently. We were going over my max loss days versus like kind of average winning days. And
Yep.
one of the things you spoke about was, you know, if my max loss was $800 or something, you know, for the day, and you just locked in, you know, $400, you know, on the day, let's say. So you've made half of what your max loss is, you know, you're going to be okay with a certain day win rate, right?
Yeah.
And that's been, you know, a way of kind of changing my grip and changing my expectation of the market and stuff like that. And you know, this is a really humbling profession.
It is.
You're
It can
humbled
be.
all the time, and I am still humbled all the time, but just kind of shortening my swing, I guess, you know, and making sure that I'm not allowing trades to work in my favor and then roll back on me, you know, and being
Yeah.
okay with just building those small green days, and having those max loss days be the outlier has been, you know, pretty big.
Yeah. So we're going to go over some of Connor's stats here, and we'll bring them up here like this. So the great thing about this is Connor actually hasn't, to my knowledge, you have not, if I can remember correctly, you haven't failed an account or lost an account. You've been trading. It was just the 50K
I lost one
account.
account. I lost
Yeah,
one
you lost
account.
one. You
It
lost
was a
one account, but
50K.
these are the 250. These are two 150K accounts that you have been
Yep.
trading. You've lost a 50K instant funded account, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I was trading that one a little bit differently. I was trying something different.
Yeah.
You know, more of a scalp mindset on that. And then these other two accounts have been more what I would call like position intraday.
Yeah,
kind of
position
more-
plays, you know, you trading
Yeah.
the VWAP direction basically.
Yeah.
So let me just show you. So I want to roll through your stats here. In April, up 722. This is when you started trading these accounts. And I think this is a great testament, because this is Connor actually treats these accounts like live accounts. Most traders are coming in and blowing accounts left, right, and center. And all of a sudden they've blown through 10 batches of instant fund accounts, which will add up particularly. So that was April. Then May, you're down.
May,
I just want to show you. I just want to show you how you've. I want to show you how you've progressed. Then June, starting to get a little bit of green. July, green as well. Okay. August, look at this. He's not stacking. These are on two 150K accounts. He's not stacking massive wins, but he's keeping his losses small, and he's getting his winning days about $500, I would say, on average. We'll look more in depth.
Yeah.
But then September, obviously we were filming this is the 6th of October. He had another great September, and that's where he managed to take that payout. And he's close to another payout on another account as well.
About two trades away, but knock on wood. Don't
No, sure. But the thing is, now once we've created the solid base, I think is where we can start to maybe get more accounts, ads. I know before we started recording here, you're speaking to me about some trade copying. Is that something that you're looking to do in the near future?
Yeah, the idea is that eventually, everybody wants to be live. That's should be the goal. The goal should be that. The goal should be, these prop accounts are great, because they manage your downside risk pretty great, but they have restrictions on them, and they have restrictions on how big you can be and stuff like that. Unless if you go over, you're like Nick Jocelyn or whatever, and you're trading, 100 accounts or whatever. Yeah. But, for me, that's the goal is to be, trading live capital, and, maybe having these props, as well, so that's a goal. Sure. But, there's a lot to be, done,
But I think you definitely will be ready to trade maybe a live account, either with a prop firm or your own cash, because look at this. His average winning day on these accounts is 411, and his average losing day is 458. Right? That's definitely in check. Nothing too out of the sorts. His largest profitable day, 1,250. Largest negative day, 1,900. Still within reason. Yeah. Average winning trade, 126. Average losing trade, 115. So very, very nice stats here. And Connor, just tell them kind of like also what you are trading and how you are trading.
Yeah, so I'm mostly trading ES, mostly on 1 mini or so on ES. I mean, I'll trade NQ if I find a good entry, and on that also about one contract on that. I'm trading. What you've done, James, is you've opened my eyes to kind of larger time frame, always understanding where the larger players are in the market, and that's something that you helped me develop, where it was something like we would have, you move up to Monday and Tuesday, you're up, 1.7% on the index, and, you start trading underneath VWAP on Wednesday, New York. You have to ask yourself, well, okay, do I want to be short, or do I want to wait for, price to get back above New York session VWAP and then take a long, with the larger trend? So just always keeping those sorts of things in mind. Today's a good example of it. Easy to pull the shorts in the open.
Add a long to the opening range high, and then I try to short it. So sometimes I should take my own advice. But I agree. Also, something just to note here. So this is in Connor's time, which obviously 6:30 a.m. is the market open. You actually aren't. We actually also, if I'm not mistaken, we kind of also started to see that you're making most of your money after the first 30 minutes of the market open. Look at that.
For sure.
Yeah. I think so. A lot of traders, they want to get in right as market opens, and they get chopped around, or sometimes we can see it flush down and then bounce back up, which we have seen in these all-time high markets kind of happen today as well. Whereas, like, if you find just a clearer trend after the first 30 minutes has printed, and then into the next hour or so, and that's where you are kind of making your money. Sometimes again in 2 hours after market open as well, right? This is by entry time, by 30-minute entry time. And then we can also see, obviously, you are predominantly trading. If you just go to symbols, you are predominantly trading ES, which you have mentioned, right? You've traded a little bit of macros, yes, but I think you're trading kind of one mini on ES, either full in or full out. How are you taking profits in terms of that? Are you scaling out of profits, or how are you doing that yourself?
So I've kind of changed that approach, a lot of it, and that was working with both you and Austin, one of my kryptonite is, thinking that the move's going to continue, so I was finding I was leaving money on the table by not getting out. So once we start getting to move into my target, or, an area, I start getting very aggressive on basically a trail stop, and because to give up your position, when you're at, 0.7 R instead of 1 R or whatever it is, the dynamic risk reward becomes off, essentially. So as soon as, I start seeing, okay, we're moving, I'll look at that 15-minute candle and I'll see where it opened, for example, and I'll say, well, where would I not want this trade to go at this point?
Sure.
Right. And so, and at that point, I won't allow for a pullback sometimes.
Sure. Yeah, I think these are obviously some great stats. You've seen, if you just, again, go to the overview section on the dashboard, the average risk reward ratio of 1.1, is day win percentage 73%. So, if you can have your max daily loss limit set in, I think that's a big thing, work on that we had. Connor, if you can maybe give a couple of advice to guys that are looking at joining the Black Shirt Club or anything like that, or any guys that are looking to make money trading, not even join the Black Shirt Club, but look at making money trading. Any 1 or 2 tips that you could give in terms of seeing your success develop?
Yeah, it doesn't happen overnight. I'm still learning a ton. I'm 4 years in. James can attest to this. It doesn't happen overnight. You got to put in the work and be open to, all sorts of learning. I'm still learning a ton, and so that's the first thing. As far as the Black Shirt Club goes, it's an easy decision. It's an easy decision for me to say, absolutely do it. You guys are and have been a huge testament to, the way I approach the market now. And, the other thing is show up ready to work, because even when you join the Black Shirt Club, man, you got work to do. And James can attest to that. Before we have calls, I always have an outline and stuff like that of stuff that we want to, go through. And the last thing is journal, because you won't notice you'll make these small adjustments. I look at even my September, for example. I started in drawdown, and I realized I was leaving. I wasn't being defensive in my positions, and so just by journaling and just by having calls with you, and then being able to go through stats like this and stuff like that, you guys also having that second eye, you'll show me things that I didn't even realize were happening, and so those are all yeah. So that's kind of what I got.
No, I love it, and it's been a pleasure working with you. And obviously, you've obviously stayed on in the Black Shirt Club, which is cool as well, and we can continue to see your growth in it too. So I'm looking forward to you taking some more payouts. And as you said, I think you did mention it's a constant work on. I think you don't take a payout and then you start easing the ropes. You just got to keep on working. This business is a business that you just got to keep working. And I know that you've got a big why. You want to make more time for surfing, so you make more money trading, you can surf more too, right? So
absolutely.
I'm looking forward to continue working with you, bro, but it's been a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to the future as well. So if you want to check the Black Shirt Club out, we've got a link below. You can book a call with Austin, check him out, and then maybe you get to trade with Con in the live trading room as well. So appreciate your time, Con, as always, and then we'll see you. Maybe we'll get a part 2 and you take some more payouts.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I mean, come join us.
Perfect, guys. Appreciate it. No, Con, I appreciate the kind words as always, and then we'll see you guys on stream tomorrow for those that are watching this. Perfect. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, guys.